Right now at 6, another UWL student facing felony sexual assault charges. Hear from the chancellor as concerns over campus safety grow.
And Governor Tony Evers visits La Crosse for a community roundtable. His plans to lower everyday costs for working families.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
A structure fire broke out at a house in Onalaska. The fire department reports that when crews arrived, the home was fully engulfed in flames with heavy smoke pouring from the residence. One victim was pulled from the house by first responders. There is no word yet on their condition, but a medical examiner is on scene.
Is out there for us a little bit, so it took us a little bit of time to get out here, but it sounds like that isn't going to be a factor. It was pretty well involved by the time we got here, but I would say that would be the only difficulty we had.
Floody did not see what may have caused the fire.
Another UWL student faces felony sexual assault charges after allegedly targeting underage girls. 19-year-old Caden Atkinson is facing 2 felony counts of sexual assault of a child after police say he provided alcohol and marijuana to 4 girls between the ages of 14 and 16 in his Locks Hall dorm room. Atkinson allegedly met the girls through Snapchat, and they told police he attempted to touch them inappropriately. One girl was found heavily intoxicated.
We take the safety of our students really seriously. We make sure that they get the best insights of how to make good choices as they transition from being at high school to being at college. We make sure that our residence halls, all the staff in there are well trained to support our students so that they can look out for any issues that might be arising.
Atkinson denied the assault allegations, but admitted to serving the teens alcohol.
A Vernon County woman is facing charges for her 5th OWI after authorities say she was driving drunk with a 2-year-old in the car. 35-year-old Kelly Doman was arrested Tuesday afternoon when drivers reported her erratic behavior on Highway 14. Sheriff Roy Torgerson says she was allegedly speeding, crossing the center line, and following vehicles too closely through Coon Valley. Deputies stopped Doman near Sherp Road in the town of Viroqua. She's currently in jail awaiting a bail hearing.
A La Crosse man is in court for the death of a woman in December of 2023. 43-year-old Eric Sims is charged with second-degree reckless homicide. Surveillance footage links him to the scene, and texts suggest a drug exchange. An autopsy report shows the victim died from fentanyl, oxycodone, and diphenhydramine. Sim faces up to 25 years in prison and is out on a $10,000 signature bond.
A town treasurer is accused of stealing nearly $300,000 in public funds. Monroe County investigators say 50-year-old Kelly Schlusner had been withdrawing Town of Adrian money since April of 2022. She was arrested Tuesday for misconduct in office and theft. Officials say more charges could be coming. Her bond hearing is set for tomorrow.
Governor Tony Evers was in La Crosse today. He hosted a community roundtable at the La Crosse Public Library, highlighting his 2025 through 27 budget. He says his plan will lower costs for Wisconsin families from childcare to utility bills and medical expenses.
You're lowering costs of everyday things like over-the-counter drugs, or you're paying your bill for utilities, and you get the sales or the state tax removed from that. That's a big deal. You notice that. And
Evers' budget also emphasizes funding for education in the state.
Well, we had a little bit of rain last night, some areas, and we had some cloud cover today. A little bit cooler, but still overall mild. Even some areas further north to LeClaire had sun, which actually allowed them to get to 50 once again. But the bigger story going for Thursday and Friday, we have some showers going on too, but it'll be the wind. Wind for Thursday, but even more wind, especially on Friday. So that'll be the big story for the end of the week. Right now, we just have cloud cover out there, but overall remaining dry. We've had cloud cover back and forth, and we have a little bit coming this evening because a weak little disturbance is coming through. The one that we're tracking for some showers later tonight potentially is the one that's in northern Minnesota, followed by some wind with that system right now. Precipitation wise, just a few light showers Really hard to see up there towards Eau Claire. Otherwise, all the activity right now is further to the south of the area. If we track that out, you can see there's just a little bit of a hint of a few showers here between now and probably about 8 p.m. Most areas won't see that, but it will come through. Thereafter that, we'll have a break, and then we see next showers. Could be rain or snow mixed a little bit for some areas after 2 that could come through about 5 or 6 a.m. before it pushes east. Good news is the temperatures will be above freezing, so we won't be dealing with any road issues if we do get the precipitation. But then once that passes, wind Thursday and a stronger system with a lot of wind come Friday. So we'll time it out and track it out for you later.
All right. Thanks, Greg. Well, environmental groups in Minnesota are suing the state over polluted water.
News 8 Now's Grace Monk has the details.
Ken and Emily, several environmental protection groups believe the state should be doing more to keep nitrates out of Minnesota drinking water. The lawsuit is an attempt to get state agencies to adopt new fertilizer regulation rules.
Our state agencies in Minnesota, the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, which regulates manure spread as fertilizer, and the Minnesota Department of Agriculture, which regulates commercial fertilizer.
State rules that we're talking about are not up to speed in terms of providing the best available information to manage our farms and the risks.
Runoff from agricultural fertilizer has led to high nitrate levels in privately owned wells. The state's health department says consuming high levels of nitrate can lead to birth defects, thyroid problems, and cancer. Southeastern Minnesota is especially vulnerable due to its landscape.
In most areas of the state of Minnesota, it doesn't infiltrate into the groundwater. It runs off into the rivers and streams or lakes and wetlands. Here, our surface water becomes our groundwater within hours to days. So any nutrients that are not used by the crops are not flushed off over the surface, they infiltrate into the ground.
In 2023, the EPA ordered state agencies to address the issue due to the health risks.
And from that, we have made progress. Last session, the legislature appropriated about $16 million for different things related to nitrate pollution, both an immediate health response for people making sure that people get clean water, that they get their wells tested, that they have reverse osmosis.
The groups are happy with the progress that's been made, but they still don't think it's enough to solve the problem.
Everyone deserves to have clean water, and we can all come together and create a solution for this.
The organization encourages private well owners to test their water for nitrates if they haven't done so already. A well testing clinic will be held in Spring Grove on March 8th. We'll have the link to that information on our website. In La Crescent, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Grace. UW-La Crosse is pushing to complete its Prairie Springs Science Center. Phase 1 opened in 2018, but the second phase has remained unfunded. The roughly $93 million project would replace the aging Cowley Hall with modern classrooms and research facilities. Campus leaders say this project is essential to Wisconsin.
It's not an investment in a building. Of course, we want the building to be built. It's an investment in the future. And what I would say is, for those people on the fence, think about, what do you want Wisconsin to be?
The university plans to continue advocating for the project during the upcoming budget cycle.
Well, school is going to look a little different next year for Winona area elementary students.
News 8 Now's Allison Fergut joins us live in studio to explain. Allison.
Ken and Emily, the Winona Area School Board recently approved an elementary school reconfiguration, meaning some students will be attending a new school next year. All of the district's kindergartners will go to Goodview Elementary, which will become a kindergarten center only. The other two schools will host the district's 1st through 4th graders. All students who would have attended Goodview will now move over to Jefferson Elementary.
Large cohorts of students that already know each other, that have been in class together, that are friends with one another, will get to move together, and I think that that's a benefit.
District leaders say changes to attendance and unequal class sizes are the main reason behind the reconfiguration. Right now, how many students are in one classroom depends completely on where they attend school. They're confident the new configuration will make their schools more equitable. The district says there's another benefit to the plan, avoiding any other sweeping changes for the foreseeable future. With the new configuration, there will obviously be different bus routes. The district said those details will be worked out over the summer. Ken and Emily?
Still ahead, a closer look at complexities of the justice system in La Crosse County.
How one local DA is helping bridge the gap between the courts and the public.
Here at Maxwell White, we know how valuable your time is. From issues with your hot water to slower clogged drains, our team is always on time with friendly service and solutions you can trust. Don't wait. Contact Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
Get $3,000 total cash allowance on this 2025 Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $5,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus on us and stay a step ahead with Galaxy AI.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers?
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with Galaxy AI on us. US Cellular, built for us.
With a tankless system, you can have unlimited hot water whenever and for however long you need it. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
In an era of viral videos and quick judgments, understanding our justice system can be complex.
Now, La Crosse County's district attorney is giving citizens a firsthand look at how prosecutors make the tough calls that impact our community.
News 8 Now's Alexandra Carter takes us inside the county's citizen prosecution program.
These are all lines that have to be drawn somewhere, and we're not going to come to an agreement on where they're going to be drawn.
At a time when the justice system is under intense national scrutiny, La Crosse County's district attorney is helping citizens understand the day-to-day reality of prosecutorial work.
I think a better educated public is a better public for all of us.
23 community members meet for 6 hours, all wrestling with the same questions.
What would you do if you were the prosecutor, and why are these decisions difficult, and how are we affecting people's lives?
Pulling a gun is different than having to point a gun.
For some participants like Bill Harnden, the frustration with the justice system hits close to home.
I'd be frustrated when I would read stories about people getting out on signature bonds or low bonds that I didn't think fit the crime.
It's a lot more complicated than it looks. And people seem to have a lot of opinions about cases based on a very short snapshot of what they see in the media.
Inside the classroom, perspective shifts.
What did they know at the time, and what did they do at the time?
It's not that I necessarily agree with everything I'm hearing, but it's giving me a better understanding of what the process is.
Knowledge is power.
Moving past the easy answers, Grenke says he hopes these sessions build bridges between the justice system and the community.
I want people to just learn that instead of just going on right versus left or one side versus another, or you're pro-cop or anti-cop, there's a lot of in between, and it's very complicated. And I want people to realize, life is complicated, and we're dealing with people's lives.
Grenke says he hopes to offer the 3-week class annually going forward.
Well, we have more news ahead.
But first,
it's that time. Where could your trash can be Thursday and Friday, as we got some pretty strong winds, especially going into Friday. We also got some precipitation to track out, and an end to our mild temperatures for once. We'll break all that down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
When you've trusted your personal injury case to Bygoff and Moody, you're going to feel the weight of the world off your shoulders. You have to concern yourself with getting to the doctor and trying to get better. We'll do everything else. And that's how we get results for our clients.
No cash, no problem. Head to Wesco on Sparta and get up to 48 months to pay interest-free on all the hot new furniture you want. Looking to level up your space? We've got you covered with recliners, sofas, bedroom sets, and dining furniture. All available with zero interest for up to 48 months. Don't wait. Upgrade your home today and swing by Wesco in Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
A 7-year-old girl attends a birthday party at a local swimming pool. She's sexually assaulted by a repeat child molester. The monster faces 100 years in prison, but Judge Susan Crawford let him off with just 4. That was Crawford's choice. Now he's back on the street, walking distance from a school. And Judge Crawford, she wants a promotion. Susan Crawford, dangerous decisions, wrong for Wisconsin.
At Castle Realty, we believe in more than just buying and selling homes. We believe in building communities and creating lasting memories. For over a decade, we've proudly served the Coulee region, helping dreams come true, one family at a time. Thanks to our incredible community, we've been voted Best of La Crosse County for 7 years in a row. And now, we're asking for your support to make it 8. Head to bestoflacrossecounty.com to cast your vote. Castle Realty, from here, for you.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you. With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
After you've been injured in an accident, life becomes chaotic. You have doctor's appointments, medical bills, insurance adjusters harassing you to settle your claim. When you call Bygoff and Rohde, we take care of it all. We get results.
As I mentioned, winds are going to be the main story going into Thursday and Friday, but we can't discount the precipitation that may come along with it. Some areas may see some, a lot of areas won't, but we do have an opportunity later tonight. Could be rain or snow showers. Could persist maybe through the morning commute. It's not going to be as widespread or as much as we saw for this morning, but still that opportunity exists tonight. Tomorrow, the winds will be the story. Even some afternoon showers once again could develop. I think a lot of that will be east of the area, but potential to see some of those too. Friday, it's really the winds. A much stronger system comes through, and the winds will be turning from south all the way to north. Much colder on Saturday, although not far from average. It just will be a big drop from what we've seen from 50s, probably down to the low 30s too. So overall for this evening, there's still an opportunity to see a few sprinkles out there. There's potential for these to come through probably to about 7 or 8 p.m. Once that kind of pushes east of the area, it'll be fairly quiet probably until after midnight. Then we're going to start seeing that next system that's in northern Minnesota kind of dive south, bringing that opportunity for some light rain, light snow for areas of Eau Claire up to Rusk County, probably just after midnight to about 3 or 4. That area will expand, but it's very weak as it comes through with precipitation wise. So if you're east of the interstate, that's where I think you might see some light rain or light snow towards the morning commute. Otherwise, further south to go, a lot of cloud cover out there, maybe a sprinkle, but overall won't be that wet going through the morning commute. And then there afterwards, that area pushes to the east, but we'll still see a few showers here and there throughout the daytime as colder air begins to push into the area. The winds, as you noted, from the north, that'll be the bigger story. Temperatures overall will be similar to what we saw for today with the cloud cover. Areas that didn't see the cloud cover up to 50, they'll probably be back in the 30s and 40s. But there you see some of that shower activity persist. Very light. Most areas will probably not see that going on. By the time we get to the evening hour, we're going to be quieted down. We'll have probably a little bit of brief with the clearing skies, but that won't last long because our winds are going to start turning around in anticipation for the next system, which is even stronger. This one doesn't have a lot of precipitation with it for Friday morning, but once the main front comes through, that cold front right there, we could see some pretty decent showers developing in the afternoon as much colder air pushes into the area. This will accompany that stronger winds too, so we could see another round Friday afternoon to Friday evening. That'll be rain, potential of maybe mixing with snow. Now for highs tomorrow, pretty much similar to today for a lot of areas because of the cloud cover. Further north where they had a little bit of sun, it will be cooler though because we'll have more clouds to deal with. Still above average. Then going into Friday, these highs really are around noon, right before that cold front comes through. So it'll be 50 and then they'll start falling during the afternoon with that cold air that'll come behind it. So that's something to keep in. Wind speeds tomorrow, a lot of 15 to 20 miles per hour with some gusts in the 30s. So quite breezy out there going into the afternoon. As we go into Friday, potential for 40 or 45 gust winds, much stronger winds. So if you have any activities outside, definitely pay attention to that. Even through the evening hour too, those winds will be gusting over 40. Temperatures drop Saturday, but it's brief because we climb back up to Sunday. And next week it gets a little bit messy Tuesday and Wednesday, but we still got to iron out exactly what precipitation type we'll get and if we get any accumulating snow with that too. So the wind's the story, and unfortunately, it's going to be back to reality for Saturday, but it won't last long.
Yeah, just a brief dip.
Just a brief.
We'll take it. Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Eagles looking to soar into the WIAC Tournament Championship game with a win tonight. Plus, reports say a certain Packers DB is on the trading block. What Goody had to say in response. Jacob is next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Here at Don Lotto, we respect your time.
We'll be ready on schedule.
We'll text you with our progress and we'll get you in and out fast. We'll earn your repeat business with our excellent service.
That's why I'm proud to be part of the Dahl Auto family.
The 27th annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. The proof is in the truth, and the truth is that the Board Store does offer higher quality at lower prices, as has been the case for the last 35 years. The 27th annual Early Bird Home Show, superior products, superior service at the lowest prices of the year. Bath or kitchen remodels, windows or doors, pergolas, patio covers, sunrooms, siding or gutters. Do it now. The 27th annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store.
Welcome to Luther High School. We'd like to give you a glimpse into what your child will experience here. Smaller class sizes, focusing on their needs. Exploration of the arts. Students working together. At Luther High School, you'll find a community building a foundation for the future and a family for life. For more information or to schedule a visit, go to lutherhigh.org or find us on Facebook at We Love Luther.
A child sex predator facing 100 years in prison after sexually assaulting 2 girls at the local pool. Just 6 and 7 years old, Susan Crawford, the radical liberal judge who let the predator out in just 4 years. For Susan Crawford, it's a pattern, putting pedophiles back on the street, free to prowl our pools and prey on our kids. Criminals are praying Susan Crawford gets elected because she fights for them, not us.
I love showing people the new technology in our new cars, the way it integrates with your life every day with your phone and your mapping, text message, music, and just voice commands of what you can tell your car to do nowadays. I love selling cars at Dahl Auto.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, if reports are true, it looks as though Jair Alexander's time as a part of the Green Bay Packers may be coming to an end. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport saying that the Packers have had conversations with other teams about trading the veteran corner and that they're open to moving him for the right price. His contract has 2 years and $37 million left. And when Brian Gutekunst was asked if Alexander will be on the team next year, he said, "We're working through that. We certainly could be, but we'll work through that as we go." All right, Mitchell Hall will be the place to be tonight in lacrosse as UWL is set to take on Eau Claire in the WIAC tournament semifinals. The Eagles took down the Blue Golds in both meetings during the regular season. It's just UWL's 12th appearance in the semifinals stage. We'll have those highlights for you later at 10. All right, it is Wednesday, so it is time for the Play of the Week nominees. First up, it was a loss for West Salem last Friday night against GET, but Kyle Haley was doing everything he could to try to lift his squad to victory. 3 of his 26 points on the night right here from way deep. Coming in at number 2, more magic from three-point land. Rushford Peterson freshman guard Nadia Happel with a trio of triples last night. She was making it rain, finishing with 18 points in the Trojans' 19-point quarterfinal victory. Moving on, we've got a recurring guest on the News 8 Play of the Week nominee list. Paige Lisowski of Whitehall. This is just too good to not show, though. Saves the ball by going behind the back and right to Kyla Lambeck. Check this for the layup. Right to her, and she would finish the layup as well. At number 4, Division III sectional wrestling. Match tied with time winding down. A Westby senior Clayton Geyer gets the takedown. and that solidifies his spot in the WIAA state tournament, which begins tomorrow in Madison. Gotta love the celebration and the passion from Geyer. And lastly, it's North Crawford Seneca's Frankie Groom at the girls sectional meet last week. She gets the pin in just 66 seconds. Groom will be competing at the state tournament at the Kohl Center as well this weekend, and she is the #1 ranked wrestler at 132. So those are your 5 to pick from this week. To cast your vote, head to news8000.com, and under the sports tab, click on Play of the Week and choose your favorite. Voting closes Friday at 5. We'll tell you the winner during the 6. Guys, what are we thinking here this week?
I'm liking the creative save.
Yes, that was a good
going out there.
I'm impressed by a female wrestler.
Yes,
Frankie.
she is dominating. Only like 5 losses this year is what I saw. So she's a big favorite to do good this weekend. So lots of good plays coming from this weekend at the state tournament for wrestling and girls regional basketball as well. So can't wait.
All right.
Fun.
Thanks, Jacob.
All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Brad Schimmel wants to take us back to an abortion ban from 1849, back to a ban with no exceptions, not for rape or even health of the mother. Brad Schimmel, too extreme for women, too extreme for the Supreme Court.
The most important value of our law firm is our commitment to our clients.
Schwabel, Getz, and Sieben had a game plan from the start.
They answered all my questions in plain English. They made complicated law very easy to understand.
They were responsive. They called me back right away.
I would highly recommend Schwabel, Getz, and Sieben.
I would recommend Schwabel, Getz, and Sieben to anybody.
Absolutely recommend them.
Call Schwabel, Getz, and Sieben or go to schwabel.com for a free consultation.
If your home is looking drab, trade it in. Trade it in. The furniture's old and yucky, trade it in. Trade it in. If you're seeking a solution, then King's your resolution. If you're tired of your look, then trade it in. Trade it in.
At King's Trade-In Sale, trade in your old recliner for $50 towards a new one. Trade in your old sofa for $100. Trade in your old mattress for $75. Plus get free delivery and 12 months no interest payments at the King Furniture Trade-In Sale.
Brad Schimmel let thousands of rape kits sit untested for years.
While rapists walked free
and victims waited for justice.
Take it from a sheriff.
A sheriff.
A cop. Brad Schimmel's too extreme for the Supreme Court.
All right, tonight we will still have an opportunity for some snow showers, potentially even a sprinkle or flurry. Better shot as you go further north, but that could linger through the morning. Even a few more there possible tomorrow. The big story tomorrow will be the winds too, and then the winds on Friday, really something to keep an eye on. That could linger through Friday evening. The frenzy could have a lot of wind going on with it too there.
That's all right.
Yeah,
as long as it's not snow.
I won't.
Always
True
take
that. All right, thank you for joining us at 6.
And we'll see you at 10.